Hello, dear one. My name is Nanaya from Love and Freedom Life Strategies. I'm a life and health coach. I'm really excited today to share with you a little part of my journey and actually part of what got me hooked on this idea of learning practices to deal with different struggles, different areas of my life that I needed help with, different ways that I grew up wanting to apply the words of Jesus to my life and realized I wasn't able to. I didn't know how and found that really frustrating. We're just right now at the coming near the end of Lent in the Christian church calendar. So today is Maundy Thursday, tomorrow's Good Friday, and then of course on Sunday is Easter. So the great celebration, the great feast day that ends Lent. So 40 days of giving up something or taking on a new practice, that kind of thing. And it's a great time for self-evaluation. And a few years back, I decided to give up judging others. The reason I chose this was because I was really, really struggling with judging one person in particular, and lots of people, but one in particular, in such a way that I ended up feeling like really garbage about myself. My internal world was ugly and judgy and kind of dark and gross. And I wanted to be rid of this. I wanted to stop it. I knew that it was not okay for me to be, well, it wasn't okay the way I felt about myself, but it wasn't okay for me to be looking at another child of God, another person made in God's image, and judging them in the way that I was. So I went for a search on YouTube. How do you stop judging? And this is the practice I found. The Daily Positive is Bernadette's channel. She is just wonderful and ingenious, and she offers so many gifts into the world that are completely free from a heart of love. She also has a coaching practice. So this was one of those. How do you stop judging? So the first step is to notice and to write down, even better, when you are triggered, when your judgment tends to happen. What is it? Maybe a person, maybe it's a situation, maybe it's, is it the way someone dresses? Is it talking about finances? Is it someone's physical health? Is it like, what is the thing that causes you to start being really judgy? So once you are super aware of that, the next step then is to notice, because the moment that we notice, we can begin to catch ourselves, and we can begin to interrupt the pattern, because judgment really becomes a habit of judging others. So the moment that you catch yourself, you say this mantra: I am in no position to judge. I am in no position to judge. And there's two reasons why this statement is true, unequivocally true. And you can know it for sure, and why then when you say it, it has a lot of meaning. I am in no position to judge because I've never actually walked in this person's shoes. I am on my own journey and they are on theirs. And until I have walked every step of their journey in their shoes, I'm in no position to judge. I actually don't know what is right for them in that moment. I think I do, right? I think I know what's right, but I don't actually. I'm in no position to judge because I've never walked in their shoes. That's one. And then the second truth that undergirds this foundation is I'm not perfect either. I'm still on my journey working towards what I want. I'm working on myself. I see that I'm not perfect. I'm a part of the human race. None of us are perfect. So as soon as I catch myself in a judgment, I say, I am in no position to judge. And the reason I know that is true is because I've never walked in this person's shoes, and I'm not perfect myself. I'm still working on things. Now, if you're worried about judging others, if you're wanting to change this about yourself, likely it means that you're actually a really loving, kind-hearted person. And so it really bothers you. It creates a lot of negativity and a lot of gook inside when this judgment happens. when you've caught yourself in judgment, it means it's already happened, right? You've already judged somebody. So that negativity, that negative energy kind of has already been created inside and in your environment. So then the next part is a cleansing ritual. This is an ancient Hawaiian cleansing and healing and restoring ritual. It's called Ho'oponopono, and it is powerful. It's 4 statements. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You repeat those 4 statements. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you may wonder, who are you saying these to? You're saying them internally. You're saying them to your environment, to the negative energy that's been created. You're saying them to your creator, the one who created you in God's image and who created the other that you've been judging in God's image. You're saying it to yourself because you know that when you judge, it hurts you. You're saying it to the person that you were judging. You're saying it to whoever and however this has affected people, your environment. And I find that each time I run through these 4 statements, I'm naturally drawn sort of to who their intended target needs to be during that rundown of 4 statements. So let's do a quick recap. Once you've figured out where you tend to become judgy the most, and you're really aware of that, you take that out into your day and you start to notice. And as soon as you notice, you say, I am in no position to judge. And the reasons that you know that's true is because you've never walked in this other person's shoes. You're not on their journey. And because in your own journey, you know you haven't arrived yet. You're not perfect yet. And then as soon as you have made that statement to yourself, you begin that cleansing ritual. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say that inside, internally. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you repeat it until you're done. You'll know when you're done. You repeat it as many times as you need to. Thank you for being with me today. Let's continue to practice together. Try this one out. After the 40 days of Lent, I told you I decided to give up judging for Lent. I found a practice. I practiced it for the 40 days. And by the end, by Easter, that great celebration, my internal world, and at least in that department, was transformed. I was so grateful. There was so much healing and kind of cleansing that had taken place, and I felt like a different person. So try it out. Peace to you today.